welcome back to my channel. I am back today with an energy reading for today, April 10th. I will be reading from 4 decks this morning. But before I get into the reading, I like to do a quick 60-second meditation so that we can all ground into the space, ground with the energies. So I'm going to ask that you sit with your feet flat on the floor, get a sense of where you are and where your body is. And now I want you to take a deep breath and begin to draw the energy up from the heart of the earth. Draw it up from the center of the planet through the soles of your feet. Allow it to travel up through your body, up through your legs, through the trunk of your body, into your neck, up into the cavity of your skull, to that crown. Allow that energy to press into the lining of your skull. Notice that energy, feel that energy in your body. And exhale it out. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Before I begin to shuffle the cards, I'm just going to ask Divine Creator, Infinite Intelligence, Benevolent Spiritual Court, Angels, Guides, and Ancestors to guide me as I pull the cards that are for our highest good today. As always, I'm going to start with my Sacred Geometry deck. I feel like this deck is the best deck to sort of get an overall sense of what the energy is for the day. Also, these cards, I believe, really align with 5D energy or the 5D plane. So I really like to start out with these. What energies do we need to align with today? And what energies are there to guide us today? All right, let's see what we've got today. You got the heart chakra. Heart chakra. Number 4. It may have some significance. The frequency of the heart chakra, the green flower of life, supports our capacity to love deeply and unconditionally. Its healing properties harmonize the mind and the body. Heart chakra. I'm looking for a green stone here. Let's go with this. See if there's anything additional that we need to know about this particular energy for today. First of all, I'll just briefly speak on the fact that the imagery on this card is the flower of life. The flower of life represents the universe as a whole, as well as the harmony in which all the separate components of the universe work together. So this pattern is often used to indicate our understanding of our connection as humans and as spiritual beings to the whole. The green also is associated with the fourth heart chakra, of course. It's linked to our capacity to love and to feel compassion. And it applies to our ability to love one another as well as our ability to love ourselves. I think that's really powerful. Self-love has been part of the work that I've been doing for the last 5 years. So this heart chakra is telling us that this applies to our ability to loving ourselves, which is really where we need to start with love of ourselves, love for ourselves. And as we do that more and more, we begin to attract more love to us. And we also get a chance to see the amount of love that the amount of care, the amount of love that infinite intelligence, the divine creator, has for all of us and for us individually. Okay. This green also is a healing color, and it balances and harmonizes the connection between mind and body. Okay. So heart chakra is one of the energies that we should align ourselves with today. All right. So let us move forward to our Moonology cards and let's see what guidance the moon has for us today. It's a rainy day here. You guys drop some notes in the comments and let me know what the weather's like in your area. Actually, drop some notes in the comments and let me know where you are, where you're watching me from. What area are you in? That's whenever you get a chance to watch it. All right, moon energy. What energies, what guidance do we need for the day as we move about on our path today? What guidance, what energies do we need? We got 2 cards that popped out, and I really intuitive on just one card. Spirit, let us know what energies we are aligned with today. What guidance do we need? One card, please. Okay. A fiery climax approaches. This is full moon in Aries. Okay, a fiery climax approaches. Let's get some guidance here. Full moon in Aries. Full moon in Aries. It's time to see if you've been a little too much me. There's a tug of war going on between what you want and what someone else wants, but you'll have to wait a little while to see what's going to happen next. As you wait, ask yourself if you've been handling the situation as sensitively as you could have done. If you know deep down that you've been a little rash or harsh, gone too fast, or overstepped the mark, then accept that on some level you created this situation for yourself. which means that you can create your way out of it as well. When this card comes up, a peak is coming, and it could be fiery. So this is a fiery, super fiery time. Your emotions could run very high. On the upside, there could be some excitement about what is lying ahead for you, but tempers could potentially flare up. There may be some rash comments, or even some irrational decisions being made. Whatever the situation may be, what this card is indicating is that the situation is about to come to a peak or come to a head in a heated way. So if you've been competitive, if you've been blunt, if you have been insensitive, you may begin to very soon to see the consequences of those actions in a pretty profound and heated way with this card. Okay, so this is a card really to tell us to be on the expectation. However, if we pair this with the heart chakra sacred geometry card, knowing that there is a situation that could rise up, that could peak into a fiery climax, being in your heart chakra will sort of mitigate that. Being mindful of yourself, being loving of yourself, not allowing your emotions to get out of hand. And if you are centered in yourself and you're able to do that, the other person that you are interacting with or communing with, you may be able to quell the emotions of the situation by being in your heart chakra, by paying attention to your heart chakra, by being loving to yourself and not allowing your emotions to overtake you, and that may trickle down and influence the other person or persons that are involved in this situation. So keep that in mind as you move about in your journey. Let's now move forward to our third deck and see what goddesses are aligned with us today and what guidance they may have for us. So let's find out. Let's ask the goddesses, who are we aligned with today? What energy are we aligned with, and what guidance might they have for us? What guidance might they have for us today? All right, let's see what we have here. That's too many. Too many. Got a lot of them popping out. Just one card, please, Spirit. Here we are. Hera, goddess of alliance. The number on the card is 21, breaking down to a 3. So, Hera, the goddess of alliance. I'm not familiar with Hera, so let's see what she may have for us. Hera, the Greek goddess Hera, wife of Zeus, knew intimately that positive alliances lead to great power At this moment, you're magnetized to receive aid from people who have greater wisdom and can help you to the next level. Perhaps it's a mentor who appears or someone in the know. Making connections with others and finding strategic partnerships are favored right now as you explore the nature of becoming empowered by association. This works well if you have a healthy sense of self-worth and if you are able to learn without diminishing yourself in any way. Right now, Hera is supporting you to form beneficial alliances for the greater good of all. When called to action or faced with a decision, ask, how does this benefit me? And how can I serve the highest good as a result of this connection? You may also be called to give help to another who needs your mentorship. Give freely, for only good will come of it. This is a wonderful time for all manner of connection and collaboration. So Hera, the goddess of alliance, is stating that now is the time for you to make connections, for you to build connections, make alliances. She specifically says you are magnetized to receive aid from people who have greater wisdom than you. And so, again, Hera is calling for us to have a strong sense of self-worth, taking us back to this heart chakra card, to have a strong sense of self-worth, have a strong self-love for ourselves so that we're not diminished. Our self-worth is not diminished when we are receiving wisdom from someone else or learning something new. And that we need to make alliances and for the greater good. Strategic partnerships, connections and strategic partnerships is what Hera is calling forth and is there to assist you with. And, maybe, this fiery peak that is approaching, creating an alliance versus, like I said, allowing the emotions of the situation to come to a head. You can practice or move from your heart chakra space to sort of quell the emotions of the situation. But Hera is definitely here to encourage you to begin making alliances and healthy alliances, strategic partnerships, and collaboration going forward. Okay? All right. Last deck. We're going to get some practical guidance for the day. What practical guidance do we have for us today? What do we need to know? All right, what practical guidance do we need for the day? Just one card, Spirit. Okay. Solace to the mind. It says, it is a solace to the mind when we come to understand that all human limitation from the standpoint of the divinity within is unnecessary. It is solace to the mind when we come to understand that all human limitation from the standpoint of the divinity within us is unnecessary. This is a very powerful card, and I tell you, this deck I thoroughly love, because it's always a very strong reminder of the power of our minds, and the limitations that we so many times place on ourselves, or that we've sort of been conditioned to place on ourselves just based on the societal programming or groupthink. But this is saying, from the standpoint of the divinity that is within all of us, human limitation is unnecessary. We don't need to accept limitation in any form, in any way, because it's an unnecessary thing to accept. We are divine, and because we have that divinity that is within each and every one of us, really limitation is not a thing. It's only our belief of it, our mind. Our own paradigms, our own belief systems are what create the limitations. And this is a reminder that we don't have to. We don't have to accept those limitations. Now, will the releasing of those paradigms, of those belief systems, of those thoughts, will they come overnight? They won't come overnight. But this card to me is a confirmation that they can be released. Like, we don't, it's unnecessary for us to hold on to them. So this card, I love. This deck is always like right on point with reminding you, like, this is who you are. You are divine. Divinity is within you. It is within you at all times, at all moments in time. There's never a moment that that divinity leaves you. And no matter what you have been told, whatever limitation that you have accepted of yourself, or based on your own thoughts or based on what other people have said, you have the ability to release that by understanding that that divine energy, the core of you is divine. Yeah, the core of you is divine. Love it, love it, love it, love it. All right, you all, that is all that I have for today. I want to thank you, as always, for tuning into my channel and getting yourself aligned with the energies that are guiding and are available for us on a daily basis. And yeah, we'll see you all again tomorrow. Bye-bye.